Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is B. Avery here for another episode of Just My Opinion. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And with this episode, we are talking Star Wars The Mandalorian, Season 1, Episode 2, Chapter 2, titled The Child. And I'm really excited about it just for talking about the title of the show because I love this episode even more than I love the first episode, which I thought was super dope. Yes, and like I said, my name is B. Avery. I'm talking to The Mandalorian, Star Wars, Disney Plus, and I'm a casual Star Wars fan, not diehard. But if you want more movie reviews, trailer reactions, television recaps like this show right here, please click on that subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified when I make uploads. Let's go ahead and get into the episode because I just thought it was super duper fire. Now, the first thing that I really do like about this episode is the score done by Mr. Ludwig Göransson. I mean, it was fire. Like, seriously, I got my phone right here. After watching this episode, I changed the ringtone in my phone to the ringtone that was in the show that was playing throughout the whole thing. And I liked this episode so much. It was only about 30 minutes long. I watched it back to back to back. Not back to back to back. That was 3 times. But back to back, it was just that good. I mean, I had to get up and go to the restroom and get some food and come back. But I did watch. I didn't watch anything else because I just really did enjoy it that much. I mean, it was just a great episode. I mean, that score is dope. Now, Ludwig Göransson, if you don't know him, he's a composer, of course. He also did the soundtrack to score for Black Panther. He also did it for Creed 1 and 2. So he's been working with Ryan Coogler for a while. And so, I mean, the man right here just knows how to compose some music, put all these instruments together and make a beautiful beat, a beautiful melody, because I was jamming in this. I can't really do it that well, but I was really feeling this. So that's my absolutely favorite thing that I do love about the episode, besides it looking great. Another thing I like about this episode is just the fight choreography. I mean, the end of the last episode, we saw that the Mandalorian, played by Pedro Pascal, he rescued Baby Yoda. And I know his real name is not Baby Yoda. He's just the same race as Yoda, but I'm just going to call him Baby Yoda because I just feel like it. And the thing is just so cute. But they're walking in this cavern or whatever. And I just think it's so cool that, Baby Yoda is in like the little crib floating device thing right here, just following the Mandalorian around like he just got some super duper Bluetooth connection or something like that. I mean, that's just dope. And he was able to control it later on in the episode. But I don't know. I mean, we've seen that before in other Star Wars shows and movies and things of that nature, the same type of technology. I'm assuming, I believe so. But it just really stood out to me in this episode, and I just loved it. But going back to the fight choreography, when those whatever the hell they were, I don't know, we're just gonna call them evil mountain Star Wars men, came trying to wreck shop, and the fight choreography was nice. It was it just wasn't like no 1-2 punch and the Mandalorian wins the day. No, I mean, he really had to struggle. He pulls out his rifle, and that's just a badass weapon. It's a rifle, it's a shocker. He's also able to use it like some type of like bow staff or something, you know what I'm saying? And he was putting in that work, and that was really coming from him or whatever. And then one of the evil Star Wars mountain men tried to go over there and stab or shoot the Baby Yoda, and he just took his time, cocked his rifle back, and boom, disintegrated him or whatever. And I just thought that was like really dope. And we also got like a little shot or some type of tracking device or whatever. They are really trying to kill this Baby Yoda. Now, at the end of the first episode, was like, okay, maybe it's just because he's force sensitive, and the New Republic, or not the Empire, but the New Republic, Empire, whoever the hell, you know what I'm saying? No, I believe it's the Empire, because this is 5 years after Return of Episode 6. You know what I'm talking about. They were like, man, look, they don't wipe us out. We don't want no more Force people around. You know what I'm saying? They over here, they over there, they everywhere. We got to kill all the Force people, especially Yoda, Baby Yodas, and his whole species. So they are really after him right there. But that was a dope fight scene. The Mandalorian got beat up a little bit, and Baby, I keep calling him Baby Yoda, but at the same time, it's really not a baby. It's a child. The child is like 50 years old or whatever. They just I'm gonna say mutate. They just age different than. I mean, these are aliens anyway, everyday character. So we don't know nothing. Well, at least I don't, because I'm a casual casual Star Wars fan. But he's not necessarily a baby. We saw him later on when he was with I'm finna say Louis Lecker. Who the hell is Louis Lecker? What is the guy's name? I was talking Nick Nolte or whatever, that character. And why does he look like Nick Nolte? But I'm jumping around. But when he was trying to put his little thing together, with the solder and trying to put his equipment and all that back together, Baby Yoda coming out trying to heal him. Talking about, he like, oh, cute little baby, let me pull you back. He like, hey man, I'm trying to heal your ass. You know what I'm saying? Chill. Let me do my thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He get out of his little crib, go over there, and you put it back in the thing. Oh, you cute little baby boy. Look, I'm trying to, okay, fine. You want to go around with a bloody chest? That's on you. I was trying to heal you, Mr. Pedro Pascal, Mr. Mandalorian, and my thing is this. Well, no, I'll wait to that. But I was feeling that right there. And then we get to the next scene or whatever. And then at first I was like, okay, are these Ewoks? I was like, no, those are not Ewoks. You know what I'm saying? These are Jawas that are stripping the ship. These are little annoying little creatures. And I just like that whole scene right there or whatever. Them just scavenging, just trying to strip the ship and things like that. And I like the chase scene. And what I'm really liking about just not only the show, but the Mandalorian character himself is why he is a warrior with all these badass weapons. And I'm going to talk about that in a second. The dude is not perfect and he's struggling. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everything is just not like a smooth breeze for him. He struggles. He's trying to shoot the back of the engine, mess it up that way. He's sprinting like, oh no, y'all not going to get my pieces. Come on, Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda just floating or whatever in his little super Bluetooth connection. He just running and jumps on the thing and they throwing stuff at him and stuff like that. And he's like struggling to get up there. He tried to put his little arm in a little window thing and it clamps down. He's like, he uses his spear grappling hook, and then they knock him down and he's able to get back up, and he gets up there and they shock him, he falls down, he's knocked out. I'm thinking game over. He on the side of the thing, they're like, oh, pull over to the right, let's smash him against the mountain. He gotta be up there like this so he don't get smashed. I'm loving all of this about his character, because while he is still a badass, we are still seeing a badass struggle. You know what I'm saying? And I like that. It just makes it makes it more relatable to the characters, at least for me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just like super dope, right? It's super duper dope right there. And then we got Nick Nolte coming through or whatever. He's like, look, man, I'm trapped, I'm stranded, I don't know what to do. And he's like, look, you're not trapped, you're not stranded, your ship don't work, it's stripped, it's not broken, it's stripped. And he's like, what does it matter to me? What's the big difference or whatever? He's like, well, we got to go trade him for something. Like, have you lost your mind? Trade for what? You know what I'm saying? I would trade with some Jawas. He's like, well, look, man, what you going to do? You going to sit here in the desert with me trying to ride around in these ugly little beasts or whatever that you had trouble with in the first episode? Or you just going to, you're going to help me and do what we got to do. He's like, okay, I guess we don't got no choice. We got to, do what we got to do. And little Baby Yoda was hungry as hell because he trying to chase a little, I was kind of like a little frog creature thing or whatever. And I like the little creatures too in this episode. Even at the very beginning, the little, not insects, but little animals running around. It kind of reminds me of Jurassic World, those little small baby little dinosaurs or whatever. But Baby Yoda gonna eat the little frog, or he like put that down, he just gonna swallow whole, like, oh snap. You just swallowed that thing whole. I mean, survival of the fittest. But the next scene or whatever, they go on the Jawas and they like, hey man, put your blaster down, put your gun down, and all this. And he like, look, I'm not trading y'all crap. Those are my stuff. And they took it without my permission. And old dude was like, look, man, you got to do what you got to do. And I like that he got mad talking, he was telling the lead of Baby Yoda alone. He tried to shoot him with a little torch or whatever. I was just feeling all that. And they want this egg. And I'm not like, okay, what kind of egg is this or whatever? Now, the episode was nearly, let me back up. And what I like about the Mandalorian is he got a code of conduct. He's like, man, I'm a Mandalorian. Weapons are my religion. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's what's up right there. Because he got some badass weapons. Like I said, he has a knife. He has a blaster. He has a rifle with 3 different functions. He has a blowtorch and a grappling hook. Only thing we haven't seen yet is some type of jetpack. And he also has this armor that seems like it's indestructible. So they finally decided that they're going to trade something. And these little Jawa things that I thought were Ewoks, talking about, hey, we want some eggs. So now this is a little, first of all, the episode was nearly perfect for me, except for this one part right here, this scene right here. Where he comes up, he goes into the cave, he goes into the cavern, he's shooting his blaster, then there's a super Star Wars horn, a rhino thing or whatever. That dude got crushed like 3 or 4 times, just thrown around. And I like that he was just beat up, but I was just saying to myself, okay, bro, I don't know how strong your armor is, but I feel that you just should have died. But he did his best. His rifle wasn't working. I wonder, how his rifle would have stood up against the rhino thing. But at the very end, he was just like, look, I guess I'm dead. So he was just going to try to hold his knife just like this and try to let the rhino run into it. But that wasn't going to do anything. He would have just ran right through that, I'm assuming, or whatever. But we see Baby Yoda doing his thing, doing his force powers, and just holding them up, just struggling, just like, and is able to throw him enough so that the Mandalorian can come and stab him in the side of the head or whatever and kill him or whatever. Now, what I really do like about the force power abused by Baby Yoda is the baby is 50 years old and then knocked him out for 3 days. But we'll for a few days. But they get the egg. I'm thinking the egg gonna be something significant, but all of that it is some orange little food juice or whatever that they done traded all these parts back or whatever for an egg. I thought that was just kind of silly, but it didn't bother me. But I was like, really, that's all y'all wanted or whatever. But I like how the Mandalorian was talking to the other creature, Pedro Pascal. I need to find out what his name is. Let me see if I can find it like real quick. Bounty Hunter. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong side of page. No, that's okay. Where is Nick? Okay, what is his name? Cole? Kuiil. Kuiil. We're gonna call him Kuiil. So the Mandalorian and Kuiil we're talking about the ship. He's like, man, we need a full base or whatever to get this done. It's going to take days. And he was like, well, I think it would be a lot faster if you help. I just like the way he's talking. I have spoken. I just think that's dope or whatever. And we get like a nice little montage to put them together. But since he said it's going to take them days, Baby Yoda was knocked out. So I'm really liking the fact that, he has force powers, but he's just not some all powerful being to where he can just do this and do that and just win the day. No, there is a price to pay for using these powers or whatever, and this is gonna knock your ass out. And he was asleep, and he was like, "Hey man, the Mandalorian was like, hey man, I appreciate it. I want to repay you. Let me give you half of the reward." He's like, "No, you're my guest or whatever. I'm in service to you." I really didn't really understand that, but it's okay. But even before that, when they was going back, he was like, "Please explain to me what happened." Or whatever. Is Baby Yoda still asleep? I don't understand what happened to Mandalorian's. Like, neither do I. But they fixed the ship. They fly off in space, and then we're on to the next adventure. And guys, I'm just loving the episode with that score, with the fight choreography, just really character driven, showing the Mandalorian all his ins and outs. And just the dialogue between the characters, between him and Kuiil, Nick Nolte. I'm really loving the show, guys. And like I said, I said like 7 times, that score was dope as hell. So I really am feeling the show so far. I cannot wait to the next episode because it's really going down. And guys, I do promise you my Black Lightning episodes are coming back. I just caught up on the last episode 5. So that is coming back. But guys, that is just my opinion. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. What did you think about the episode? Did you like it? Which one did you like more? Episode 1, episode 2? And are you a casual Star Wars fan or a diehard? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Also, look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's right there on your screen. It's in the description box and the pinned comments. You don't got no freaking excuses. But nah, guys, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. Help me reach 15,000 subscribers. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.